Hi, I'm Rylie Teeter, and I'm here with the 3 tables that we offer on our website. I'm going to take a few minutes to run down for you the different features, compare them to each other so you know which table is the best one for you. Now I want to let you know that every single one of the tables is UL safety certified. Every single one is FDA cleared as a class 1 medical device. So all of these tables are quality that you can trust in. So from here it's just picking the features that are right for you, what you're looking for. So I'm going to start with our LX9. This is the newest product. This is what is featured in the latest infomercial, and it is the most feature-rich of all of our products. Now, what I figure will be the easiest way for us to truly compare each of the products is if we look at each of the components in every single one of the tables and then move on to the next component. So that way you don't have to try and keep track of all the differences. So I think let's start with what I think matters most for those of you with more significant levels of back pain. The type of back pain where maybe your mobility or your flexibility is impacted, and that is the ankle closure. So the LX9 has our Easy Reach ankle closure. This is actually something that was designed to go into medical facilities, and it just negates the need to bend down as far to your ankles. This feature is on the LX9. It's also on the X3. These are identical in design. They each have the Ergo Embrace ankle cups that wrap around. These are firm on the outside and squishy on the inside. So that gives you both comfort and security. And because they wrap around, it prevents the ability to slide from the side, but also gives you a lot more support around the ankle, keeping the ankle more comfortable. Each of them has the ankle comfort dial. This is a small feature that makes a big difference. So if you have small feet, smaller dimension between the top of your foot and your ankle, you're going to want to set this on the higher point. If you're somebody that's taller, bigger ankles and feet, you're going to want to set it on the lower point. Now, if you were somebody with small feet and you set it on the lower point, it would just mean that your body, your foot would lift off more and you would have more slide on the table, and that this also wouldn't be gripped at the smallest part of your ankles. So it's always more comfortable to adjust this. It takes just a second. So those are the similarities between the LX9 and the X3. How does that compare to our 560? So our 560 is here. Also has the Ergo cups, because everybody should be comfortable, right? Also has the ankle comfort dial. But the big difference here is that this has a pin ankle closure. So what that means is, I'm just going to have to open. This is a kind of a trick for opening it, is to do it while you're in it, and use your ankles to push it open. So here you're going to have to bend down all the way to close it, and then also all the way down to open it. Works perfectly well. Also you're secure, also you're comfortable. But again, if you have that limited mobility or flexibility, this may not be the perfect option for you. So those are the different ankle styles. I'm going to move on to the bed frames. So the LX9 has, obviously, you can see a big visual difference. It has this mounting platform. And what that means is it's increased the base. It comes forward like this, while decreasing the span of the bars here. Simply put, it means you have easier access to step onto and off of the table, so that it's, the other ones you have to step inside the frame. This one is just easier to get on and off. Here, these two are identical A-frames, and again, what you're doing is having to step into the product like this, step around. So a little bit of difference there. Another feature between the tables, this one, the LX9, has the larger handles. So these are like training wheels for a bicycle. They allow you to walk yourself into the inverted position and back upright. This happens to be set for me, so I'll just jump on. And here you just walk yourself down like this and then back upright. Of course, every single one of our tables has precision balancing, so you can also just use the weight of your arms to rotate the table and come back upright. Now, after you're very comfortable with the rotation of the table and don't really need these as a walk down option, they become grip and stretch handholds for the different stretches that you can do. And stretching is really critical in helping you get the benefits, because it's going to help stretch the muscles, and when the muscles are stretched, then you can get the elongation and the realignment benefits. So these ones have the larger handles. The X3 and the 560 have the shorter handle here. The next feature difference between the models is the traction handles. Now the traction handles are positioned onto the roller hinges, and they move with you as the table rotates. These are actually, they look very small, maybe seem somewhat insignificant, but they are a huge difference in being able to get deeper stretches at shallower angles. So if you're somebody that says, oh, I feel like I need a lot of decompression in my back, I really feel like the tension in the lower back and the thoracic, that's the mid back, then this is something that you're really gonna like. And you can set the tether strap, this one is set pretty long, but you can set it at any angle, and then you would reach up and push on the traction handles. Of course, this thing's set a little wrong that it's not gonna be that easy for me to do it, but here, push on the traction handles, and then I'm actually elongating my back through manual traction, getting a deeper stretch in the lower back and the thoracic, everything south of the shoulders where I'm pushing from. And so this really, like I said, helps open up that lower back, especially when used in conjunction with the lumbar bridge. So you can see each of the tables has a lumbar bridge. This is an accessory that fits into the bed design itself. You can see there's a lot of different holes and places where you can position this. Position it low, position it high, position it with a big arch or a small one. But what this is going to do is it's not only going to help keep the curvature of your lower back, but it helps square the hips. So especially when you place it down low so that it's right in kind of starting in this area, it will, it squares the hips. It's kind of like a bumper for the butt. And when the butt is stopped from continuing to slide, it increases the decompression in the lower back. And so it really helps if you have sciatica or a herniated disc or any pain that really is in the lower back. This is going to be a big game changer for you. And of course, while we're on what things work with the bed, every single one of the tables comes with acupressure nodes. And these are completely adjustable. You can remove them, you can move them. There are, all three of the models have 4 different heights, and you get 2 of each. So you find the spot where you have, maybe I'm not going to put this as pretty as the marketing department did. It's not going to be even. But it shows you that you can move them around. And you find the spot where there is a tense muscle, right? You know, that spot where you just want to dig into it and release the muscle. This is what you're doing with these. You line it up, your body presses on it, and it will do trigger point release. So any of that tension that's held up in the back, you can self-release that. There is the easy angle tether strap. So you can see that the LX9 has a color-coded easy angle tether strap. It has green, orange, and red. And you can actually stop the, you can slide it to any point in between, but those are a nice little color guide to tell you beginning, intermediate, and advanced. The LX9 and the X3 both have the easy angle tether. The 560. It's just a plain black one, so you don't get the color guide, but of course you could still adjust it to whatever angle feels most comfortable, and you just check it before you jump on. So, you know, take a look and say, okay, that feels right, or that feels too far, and you can adjust it to whatever feels right for you. One of the big differences, obviously you can see there's a big color difference between the two models over there and this model. So the 560 is one of our longest running models. It's sold millions of tables, and it is just a tried and true product. But it is one of our older generation tables. So this is our actual older color palette. We've changed it to these newer colors, but we've also upgraded the bed to include an 8-point suspension system. So you can see here, I'm just going to spin them both around so you can get a nice good shot of it. Hopefully you can see this. So this bed is actually bolted directly onto the metal bed frame here, and you know, it gives the support to the bed, but it doesn't give the bed much flexibility. And I want to point out that we use this particular plastic surface because we want a firm surface, right? If we were to put padding on here, your back actually would sink into the padding, and that would limit your body slide and therefore decrease the benefits, because body slide is the key. That's what gets you the decompression. That's what gets the vertebrae to separate so that you can take the pressure off the nerve roots, you can take the pressure off the discs and allow them to rehydrate. So that's really the key to what we're trying to do here. So we don't want to make a soft bed, but of course we still want you to be comfortable. So what we've added in this newer table is an 8-point floating suspension system. And what that allows the bed to do is flex. So when you put your weight on it, it'll actually become more hammock-like and curve around your body, and it just makes it softer and more comfortable. So I think, oh, well, there's one more thing, and this is the fun thing. This one has a cup holder, and you may ask yourself, who is drinking upside down? But it's more of a handy little spot, because when you invert, anything in your pocket tends to hit the ground. So this is a good spot to put your chapstick, your cell phone, and also because we do have the free app that you can go to at Teeter Link. It will work with any of the tables. You can set your phone in here and listen to the videos or guidance that app provides. So those are the big differences between all of the tables. Each and every one of them will help you get natural back pain relief. Each and every one of them requires you only to use it 3 to 5 minutes a day, and you never have to go to full inversion. And again, that's why I like these traction handles that are on the X3 and the LX9, is because you can get a deeper stretch at a shallower angle, amplifying the benefits without having to go back as far. But really, each and every one of them, you never have to go to full inversion. So you do want to work up to the angle of the rear legs here, and that will give you a really great stretch. So hopefully I've been able to make the shopping experience a little bit easier, help you identify which features are going to help you get what you're looking for in your experience with Teeter. Now, I do want to let you know that we have quite a few accessories that work with all of these tables. Where did we put that? Here's one of them. This is actually my favorite one. So this will fit on every single one of the table beds, or it can be used on the floor. This is the neck restore, and what this does is we have 4 muscles. They're called the suboccipitals, and they are under a lot of strain from our lifestyles, right? The head forward posture of looking at our phone, looking down. I just think we sit in bad posture a lot that brings the head forward. This sits not at the curve of your neck, but really at the very, very base of your head. It is not designed to be pillow-like or squishy soft or even particularly comfortable. It is designed to create a pressure release for those muscles. So if you have tension in that area, it's going to start off feeling really rather quite intense, much like these acupressure nodes on a knot. You feel, ow, 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 and then it kind of melts away. That's the experience that you're going to have here. This is great for people that have tension headaches or desk jobs. My Vanna White over to the left here. This is a vibration cushion. This will fit on any table. It uses these Velcro straps, just goes around it at the top here, and has 8 motors. Oh, this has to go on the back side, but you would strap this around the back side. Has a pillow here. Now again, this does not go underneath the head. Get on there. Does not go underneath the head, but the head comes over the top, and this roll is to help restore proper neck curvature. 10 motors. You just pick the program that you want here, what area you want to target, or just have it be vibration that's rolling, very relaxing. This is great for anybody that has a lot of muscle tension and needs to help flush out the toxins in those tight muscles. These are comfort cushions. So these are designed to go on top of the bed. They attach with nodes much like this. You would remove the pillow, and of course on the outside you would put your lumbar bridge. These just give you a little bit of padding without changing the body slide, because you don't squish so deep into this. It has a nice texture that keeps your body being able to slide and get the full decompression. This is something where you have to pay attention. Did I have them backwards? Yes. You have to pay attention and make sure you're buying the right one for your table, because there is a version for the newer X series style bed, and then a different shape for the to fit the EP bed. So this is something where you'll have to pay attention. Obviously, while you're looking at these listings, those listings will detail for you which is which. And then we have a floor mat. This just fits underneath the table. And what we've done is we've printed different stretches that you can do. And really, a lot of these stretches were what came from the U.S. military doing a 6-year evaluation on the benefits of inversion and how it helps mitigate the stress of running and jumping and the compression fatigue injuries that our troops were putting their body under. And they found that the groups that were inverting were less likely to get those injuries, and these stretches help. So we have divided them into week 1 or beginner, different levels, and you can look down and see different rotational stretches or even exercises, squats, back extensions, sit-ups that you can do to help build core strength. So it's a fun little easy to follow guide while also providing a non-slip surface for those of you that have hardwood floors or tile. So those are some of our favorite little optional ways to customize your teeter and improve your experience. So thank you for joining us. We were very happy to help you. And if you have any questions, our customer service is always here. We have your back.